I would like to be able to give them what that definition of masculinity is for them to understand how they need to be moving forward in the world as we pair them. Yeah, it's one of those things that I have struggled with. Here it is, like late at night, and this has been burning on my heart, so I had to get it off. In today's world, I want to pose this question. In today's world, what does it mean to be a man in today's world? I know what it means for me. A lot of the things that I told you my dad did, and those things plus having some emotional maturity and being able to communicate with my wife, to be able to communicate with my children, to be able to communicate with my family, to be able to communicate with my community, to be able to communicate with my brothers. That those are huge things for men today. I don't have all the answers. That's why, these videos are starting to pop up from FDO Speaks as it speaks right now, because I want to pose these questions to us in our local community of where we're going and how we can function as a community for our young men in the East Charlotte, Harrisburg, Concord, Charlotte area, Huntersville, to be strong components in these young men's lives. There are a lot of young men that don't have fathers in their homes, that when you're in the gym and you're coaching, not that you have to go over and above, but be available to speak life into that young man. Give him strength, just knowing that you're supporting him. Make sure that whatever he may have done wrong, even though you're having to correct him, you're giving him a smidgen of love that lets him know that you support him as well. Okay, here we go. For, I guess, the historical context, I have my notes sitting to where I can see them. From historical context, the traditional expectations of men are what I said about my dad and my uncles and his brothers and all of that. They were providers, protectors, and they were stoic. That means they had a certain look and style about them that, you knew as a young man coming through that these were the guys that you looked up to. The way the world looks at men back then, there was certain jobs that we knew were men jobs. There were trash men, there were electricians, there were construction men, there were a lot of policemen, there were firemen. Those types of jobs were in the industrial piece of what a man was. And in my upbringing today, there are a number of different things where young men can see themselves, young black men, young brown men, Latino, Haitian, Jamaican, what have you, can see themselves in many different arenas now. They can be doctors, they can be lawyers, they can be, such as myself, a software programmer, a data engineer. All of these now new jobs that allow men to provide for their families, but also the flexibility to see some of the formation of their children. They can be at ball games, they can be at school functions, they can come and walk the halls and be a part of the school. I know at my son's last school, we had a group called Men of Bradford, where we did things around the school that so that the school could see that there was guys around to supporting the school and making sure that everything went well throughout the day or on campus or